Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat that is scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law does he hide it at sunrise and sundown. Him a go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him lift never a go wither, and whatsoever him do shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now, they saw them there like a chaff, which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go stand upon the judgment of the sinner man them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah, whether they were the righteous and they were the sinner man them always and always, I go perish. Let my people say, Jah! Kadaba way. How ma so bolisa? I don't know what talk. It was clear for. Oh, trade upon your coupon. That was say. Trade upon Kwame. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Right here in the Blakk Pot, we are not neutral, never, and we have never claimed to be. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we keep saying we are the headquarters of the truth. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And I'm most excited to be with you, my brother, my sister. Now we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. You can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, and of course, X, formerly called Twitter. Come here, my brother, my sister. This is where all the action is, and our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Remember to share the broadcast. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button. So when we are on, you will be notified to watch. And of course, who am I? My name, Blakk RASTA. Now, in every African traditional home, there is a Blakk Pot. And each time this Blakk Pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the Blakk Pot, where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family. Over here, we do the same thing in the Blakk Pot. We gather and garner all kinds of ideas and views. We subject that to some good scrutiny. We pick up the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. My brother, my sister, now today we have a number of issues we want to look at. And I implore you to stick and stay. It's going to be truly hot and rough. My brother, my sister, this is the Blakk Pot. And one more time, my name, Blakk RASTA. 3 stories for today. Story number 1. Watch this. Oh Lord, God have mercy. Kennedy Agyapong'S hidden world. Who is Kennedy Agyapong? This is the man. He was a Ghanaian lawmaker until he decided to leave parliament after being there for so long. In fact, from the year 2000 when he was voted into power. He was born in 1960. The man here has celebrated 65 years of life. According to him, he started life on the streets. having been born in the central region, where very, very little opportunities for wealth, my brother, my sister, are recognized, he decided to hit the top streets. And what did he do? He started selling candies, PK, and the rest on the streets. From the streets, he was able to make some money. And then he got into business and started doing true business. He claims he's one of the richest people in Ghana. This is a man who boasts he has about 277 houses in Ghana alone. Some of them, he does not even remember where they are located. 277 houses in Ghana alone. I do know that he has a couple of houses in America, maybe in England. But we are not going to start speculating. How rich is this man here called Kennedy Agyapong? He has a number of factories. He has money. My brother, my sister, let us go through a few of the things that Kennedy Agyapong has. Kennedy Agyapong, my brother, my sister, has factories. The Fruitland factory, Platinum factory, Ashanti Steel factory, Amanting Agro factory, and the Central Sugar. 5 factories to his name, Kennedy Agyapong alone. He also has coal stores, and their names you can see. At the Shimai coal store, at the Pa coal store, at Jimpa coal store, and at Sempa coal store. In fact, he has built a coal store, according to him, which is the biggest in the whole of West Africa. He has media houses as well. The Ken City Media. Next 2 TV belongs to him. Or My FM belongs to him. Ash FM was acquired by him. And NAP Radio, they are all to his credit. My brother, my sister. He has other companies, such as the Coastline Logistics and the deal in heavy-duty equipment. He also has electrical companies. They deal in electrical supplies. My brother, my sister, this is Kennedy Agyapong. When he says he's rich, he doesn't seem to mince words. This is Kennedy Agyapong and some of the facilities that he owns. He's a powerful businessman. Now, my brother, my sister, Kennedy Agyapong wants to be the flag bearer of his party. And his party is the NPP. As it stands right now, it looks like he's the only bright candidate in whatever they are selling to the public as candidates. Bawumia tried it once. He failed woefully. He has been tagged as the king of lies in Ghana. Brian Agyapong is a loose and careless talker. Yes, Kennedy Agyapong is also seen as a loose talker. But it looks like for some time now, he has decided to tone it down in order to let Ghanaians understand that, yes, he can also play the game. Is he waiting to be voted so he can explode? Can Ghanaians truly trust him that when he gets angry, he will not pull the pin out of the bomb and blast the whole nation? Kennedy Agyapong has said severally that his party is one of the most lax-latter parties in Ghana. Sometimes he even uses unprintable words on his own party. He calls his party a foolish party when he is angry. In the run-up to the last elections, he went headlong in competition with Mahmoud Bawumia, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He lost, but many people gave him the credit. They never thought that he could rise to that level with the number of votes that he had. It looks like this time around, Kennedy Agyapong has hit the grassroots. He has hit the grassroots very strongly. And so many of the youths are behind him. One of the most powerful prophets of the land, Bernard Nelson Eshen, is the prophet and the set man of the church known as Spirit Life Ministries. He's a man whose prophecies hardly fail. He's a man that many people believe. In fact, in the run-up to the last elections, he prophesied that President John Dramani Mahama was going to return to the presidency. And he even mentioned how many days after the election results will be mentioned. He also prophesied that the vice president or the running mate to the president at the time, John Dramani Mahama, was going to fall ill, and if care was not taken, Mahama was going to walk into the presidency without a vice president. My brother, my sister, and it came to pass, albeit she did not die. She felt so ill. She was shipped out of the country against all odds. At the time, many people said that she should have remained in Ghana. After all, we have competent enough doctors to take care of her. But she was flown outside the country against all political odds and reasoning. She returned after several weeks of her health sojourn. And when she returned, she Nicodemously went into the office after the initial announcements. And my information has said that Bernard and some other men of God were actually called in to pray for this woman heavily to alleviate whatever bad was supposed to befall her. I believe in prophets like this. He is one of the strongest pillars, one of the strongest political and spiritual pillars behind Kennedy Agyapong. And the youth are also rallying behind Kennedy Agyapong, and it looks like he will most likely carry the day. Now, Brian Agyapong is the Abetifi MP. In fact, he owns Rock City. We are told it is the biggest hotel in the whole of West Africa and is located right here in Ghana, on the hills. In Ghana, they say on the mountains. My brother, my sister, he has recently been nicknamed Abetifi Elon Musk. My brother, my sister, he has come out to tell us that he has spent a lot of money making sure that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia would be elected president in the last elections, though they failed. And the amount of money he's beginning to mention, we are asking, now that he himself is running for the flag bearership of his party, how is Bawumia going to be able to raise such huge sums to be able to do that? But a businessman like Kennedy Agyapong, the question people are asking, will Brian Agyapong finally throw his weight behind Kennedy Agyapong? Especially that they belong to a party where non-accounts are never actually given the respect that is due them. Kennedy Agyapong has so much wealth. He has brains to be able to turn almost anything into wealth. From selling PK, he's been able to build a whole empire for himself, ranging from media houses all the way through factories down to even retail shops across Ghana and beyond. Does he have the political acumen to be able to change Ghana around the way he was able to turn himself around business-wise and change his destiny from a poor little boy walking the streets to a wealthy millionaire? That is the question many people are asking. But Kennedy Agyapong has also made it clear that Ghana has tried lawyers. It's tried different kinds of people, but never tried a businessman. He thinks it is time now to try a businessman. Now the big question is, did you ever know that Kennedy Agyapong owned all those factories? How did he make his money? He has never actually been a political appointee as a minister, except board member here, board member there, caucus leader here, caucus leader there. And strategically, he said he has never been interested in it because he doesn't want one day somebody to approach him and say that because of this political appointment, you used it to get ill-gotten wealth. My brother, my sister, what are the chances of Kennedy Agyapong? Can he succeed outside business and become the president of the Republic of Ghana? Does he stand a chance? If you ask me, I have the answers. Yes, he can become the flag bearer of his party. But to become the president of Ghana, it is for the oracles to say. Will Ghanaians accept him as president and vote him as president? Or do you think Ghanaians have been able to follow his track record to the point that they are ready to accept him as president who can change the fortunes of this nation? As for grabbing the flag bearership, I don't doubt it. You know why? Aside the fact that the oracles are saying that it will come to pass, Kennedy Agyapong is a grassroots man. A lot of people in the ghetto are running after him, and these are the voters. The big men sit at home and drink tea. They don't go out to vote. It is the little boys in the ghetto who Kennedy Agyapong is employing all over the place in all the factories that he has built, all the media houses he has built, and he has the power of the media as well. Don't let us underestimate the power of Kennedy Agyapong. He has employed thousands of people. He is a crazy philanthropist. He gives money as if he was spreading pekle at Obowo to young people who want to work. The other day he met me and told me, Blakk Rasta, you are too honest to be rich. And I said, really? Is it a curse? He said, of course. He laughed at me. If you look at your friends, they are all rich. They have built so many houses. And he began to mention names, which I will not repeat, because it was a conversation between us. My brother, my sister. But he said, Blakk, identify any business you want to do. I will give you 70% of whatever amount you need to do any business. But prove to me that you have the 30%. I said, hey, what kind of condition is this? And he told me, Blakk, I can give you the 100% that you need, but you will never be serious enough to run the business with your blood. I don't want to waste my money. Bring 30% and I'll give you 70%. My brother, I don't like favors from politicians, so I didn't go to take that 70%. I don't want it. I don't want any politician to manipulate me. That doesn't mean that when Kennedy Agyapong meets me, he doesn't give me things. Sometimes he gives me lorry fare. Other times he says, let's go and sit and moving pick and eat. Even though I go and sit and don't find anything to eat as a vegetarian, I drink water and then we talk. My brother, my sister, has Kennedy Agyapong won the hearts of the youth? Is Baumia able to wrestle the youth from the hands or clutches of Kennedy Agyapong? As for Abetifi Elon Musk, he will never smell the flag bearership. Money is not everything. Wale Adam Smith, he has appointed people. People are tired of philosophies, economic histories, and philosophies. They don't want to hear that anymore. You see, agroniform. 8 years I'll buy no. Assemble na ukaye. Maye bottom kasa. Utumi maye bottom kasa ya. Ka. Right now, my brother, my sister, I've seen Bill Gates. Kennedy Japan is here. It's going to be a beautiful battle between Bill Gates and Wale Adam Smith. As for Abetifi Elon Musk, I am sure he will just sit behind and finally throw his weight behind Kennedy Japan. Mark the words. Bawumia's main financier is now against him, throwing tribal jibes at him. The man who paid a lot of millions to see Bawumia elected is now against Bawumia. Who is Bawumia's new financier? Can Bawumia make it happen? As for Kennedy Japan, he's always been the lone man walking, the last man walking. He has his own money from the factories that he has built and so on and so forth. So we can still comfortably say that his finances are still lurking in the shadows around him. How about Bawumia? Is money important at all in these elections? Do Ghanaians trust Kennedy Japan enough? At least that's his party, the NPP, trust him enough to make him the flag bearer. Now, the biggest trust in the NPP is your tribe. Are you an Akan? If you are an Akan, you are picked 70% already or 80%. Are you an Akan? No. I'm from Wale. 80% of the votes would already drop. Especially that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is no longer going to be so active in the upcoming primaries. He soiled his name, and not many Ghanaians will want to see him on the political front anymore. The more he appears in public, the more votes he's going to lose for whoever he supports. My brother, my sister, and to make it even worse, Kennedy Agyapong'S baby mother, Adwoa is now in the camp of Bawumia, and many people think that it is a stab in the back, especially for the reason she gave. He didn't support me, and because of that, I will not also support him. Many people think that this is a lame excuse. And Kennedy is already winning sympathies from all these people. There are some other people who don't like Kennedy because he talks too much according to them. But for some months now, have you seen the silence? Is that the way to go? Or will the people still want Kennedy to speak his mind and insult people? What do you think? It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got hotter stories, and I need you to be here to see all that. Hey! Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Pot, Kukushonamo.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Story. Number 2. I remember to send your comments in. Remember to share the broadcasts. Watch this. Shatta Wale'S arrest pure witch hunt. And this is a gentleman called Bullet. Who is talking? Now, Bullet used to be a rapper called Etuo Aboba. Etuo Aboba, which simply means bullet in the Tree language. In fact, he was, an underground artist. A few people got to know him in the days of hip life. But somewhere around 2008, thereabout, he and another artist who also was in the days of hip life, and he called himself Osrane, which means the moon. They came together because this guy here was a rapper and Osrane was a singer. So made a good deal, and they decided to call the rapper the Rough, and the smooth, slim, handsome gentleman with the silky voice the Smooth. So they became known as Rough and Smooth. We all remember their hit song Swagger. It was a big hit all over Ghana. They had Sex Machine. It was big both in Ghana and also in Nigeria. And when they came on stage, they had their own style. It came out that Bullet was the one writing 99% of all the songs. According to Bullet, one day, Osrane, who had changed his name to Akan, walked up to him and told him, you know what, boss man, I need us to break apart so that we can do solo projects. But the whole truth about the issue is this. A prophet told one of them, and I don't want to make it public, that, listen, you guys should break apart. One of you has a bad spirit that is dragging the group back, so you must break. And this person listened to the prophet and decided to step back. In fact, prophets like Kewa also prophesied to them that the group was on the brink of breaking apart. So, when Akan walked up and said, you know what, let's break apart and do our solo projects, it was a welcome decision to Etuo Aboba. But he later denied it and said that he never went to Bullet to say let's break apart. It was Bullet who signed on a new artist by name Ebony, who later became Ebony Reigns, an artist that I truly love. We all remember when she came out with a very first song, a dancehall song, big tune. She had a whole different style. Her looks were splendid, beautiful shape. Oh my God. And on stage, she had a way of wowing the people. Ebony. According to Akan, his partner, Rough, decided to throw his weight 100% behind Ebony. And therefore, they didn't even have time to deal with the group. So what happened? They split apart. Akan decided to go on a solo project. He is still struggling to make a minor hit. After all, in Ghana, it is not good songs that make hits necessarily. Anything can be a hit, depending on how deep your pockets are. And now that AI is here to make faceless music, it's even more difficult for good music to make any hit. My brother, my sister, this is Rough and Smooth. So Rough went on the left, Smooth went the other way, and Rough decided to open up a certain record label known as Rough Town Records. And this Rough Town Records, oh gosh, became huge. It signed on people like Ebony, who became Ebony Reigns. He also signed on Wendy Shea right after Ebony, trying to walk Wendy Shea in the shadows of Ebony Reigns. Depending on who you ask, they will tell you, oh, it worked or it didn't work. But you see this guy here called Ruff. He didn't call himself Ruff for nothing. In fact, he went through rough times. There was a time he was almost a houseboy. I'm just being so decent. A houseboy to a media magnate, a media Mongol, Bolare, Anochi, Adisi. This is the guy. Bolare. When you meet him, you say, Boles! SK. My God. This is Bolare. A very beautiful MC. He is a fine radio presenter. And I think he's also a businessman. He wrote a book about his life. Many people thought it was too early to do that. But my brother, no matter how small your achievements are, if you don't trumpet them, nobody will do that for you. This is Bolare. So, Ruff, now called Bullet, became almost like his houseboy, cleaning the tin. How did he get close to Bolare? He took a CD to him and said, you know, I'm a singer and I need you to help me play my music on radio and also manage me. And Bola said, okay, I'll listen to the thing, and took it away. Through that, he will come and ask him, boss, have you listened to my music? Oh, yeah, I've listened to it. I'm working on it and all that. And then he got the chance to get so close to him, clean his house. One day he was cleaning his house, and in a dirty corner, somewhere in the room, he saw the CD that he had given to Bolare to listen to. It had not even been opened. That means Bolare never really listened to that CD. He's a busy man. He gets hundreds of CDs. I don't know if he still does. And he looked at the CD and said, hey, Rade, my brag, I have suffered in vain. This man hasn't listened to the music. He said, it was around that time he decided to look elsewhere. But Bolare supported him and gave him some capital to start Rough Town Records. After their group, Rough and Tough, fell, I beg your pardon, Rough and Smooth fell apart. They had made some beautiful hits. But when the hits were no longer coming, prophetic vibes went in between them, spiritual vibes, they separated. And Smooth decided to go on a solo journey, whilst Rough decided to be a manager of musicians. And it looked like he succeeded a lot. With Ebony Reigns, they made money. When Ebony died, they sold her catalog of music and made so much cash. With the help of the family, they were able to come to a certain agreement and share the money nicely. He's built an empire for himself. He drives one of the best cars in town. And of course, with Wendy Shea, he's made some, good hits, left, right, and center. Of course, not as big as Ebony. But you can say that those were humble hits and very beautiful management skills he gave out to support the artist called Wendy Shea. He's still with her, though they've had disagreements in the past and all that. So this is a guy who is quite respected on the music scene. Shatta Wale'S was arrested. And the gentleman here granted an interview. And in this interview, he said that the system is making sure that musicians don't make money. They want musicians to be poor. But Shatta Wale'S has come to teach Ghanaians how to actually charge for shows. According to him, even with Rough and Smooth, when they were so big, the highest amount of money they ever charged to play any concert was 3,000 Ghana cedis. They never played live, yes? They mimed. My brother, my sister, 3,000. But today, Shatta Wale'S has taught them how to charge 200,000 Ghana cedis, 300,000 Ghana cedis, 400,000 Ghana cedis, and even more, which is correct. And I've said this time and again. Now, he said, boys are now able to build mansions for themselves. Boys are also able, in fact, to drive the best cars in town. And now the system is not happy that musicians are making money. So the system is witch hunting musicians in Ghana. And Shatta Wale is nothing but an artist who is being witch hunted by the system. That's what he said. And this is my proof from Graphic Online. Shatta Wale's arrest is witch hunt. And this is Bullet saying that. We have the video as well, right? Now, artist, manager, and musician Bullet has defended Shatta Wale following the latter's arrest by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, IOCO, on Wednesday, August 20, saying the arrest was nothing but a witch hunt designed to suppress the creative industry. I think it is more of witch hunting. Bullet stated, there is more to it than people might not even understand. There is more to it that people might not even understand. The system has been designed for musicians and celebrities to be poor, so they can suppress us. Bullet believes that the system is unhappy with the success of musicians like Shatta Wale, who have been able to break and mold the mold and achieve financial success. They don't understand that a musician has been able to make so much money. They don't understand that a musician has been able to build a house in Trasaco, own Shaxi company, own estates, and be doing oil businesses. So the system will hold you back and tell you that you can never make it or shouldn't make it. Nobody should be happy that Shatta Wale has been arrested, he stated. The rapper also credited Shatta Wale for changing the game for musicians in Ghana, allowing them to charge higher fees for their performances. Back in the day, even when we were A-list artists, the highest we received was 3,000 cedis. Shatta Wale came into the industry and changed everything. That's it. My brother, it's quite a long video. I'm not going to play that video. But this story has captured it properly. I'm not going to deny that Shatta Wale has worked very hard. I'm not going to deny that Shatta Wale has talent. My brother, I won't also deny that Shatta has changed the game when it comes to charging fees to perform. This we have said over and over. But what is the witch hunting in this? We cry that there is crime in our country. An artist has gone to buy a certain yellow Lambo. The amount the Lambo is supposed to be bought for, it was bought for almost half that, according to the artist. It came out that the FBI is interested in this Lambo because the original owner of the Lambo was shot and killed, and the same Lambo was sold, and another criminal who is serving 7 years in prison by name Kwabena Amoah used stolen money to buy the Lambo and shipped it to Ghana. It got into the hands of another car thief, the king of stolen cars in Ghana. My brother, my sister, who is friends with Shatta Wale. However, it went through the streets. As Shatta Wale said, it got into the hands of one Zach, according to Shatta Wale. And he bought it from him without a receipt, nothing. With all these stories pieced up, my very good friend Bullet still thinks that there's a witch hunt. What is a witch hunt? Are you truly serious? Do you want to see a better Ghana? Or you just want to follow populist propaganda? Oh, this person has fans. The fans are there. There are many. So let me also support the person and get a good face. That doesn't make sense, brethren. In Jamaica, Bounty Killer, Elephant Man, Beanie Man, and just a few days ago, Christopher Martin. The same kind of business, stolen cars brought into the country. Are they fighting musicians? Is Woon to me a musician? They have seized 6 of his cars, all stolen. Is he a musician? Today on the streets of Accra, if you are driving any car that the police suspects, now they have something to track it and be able to tell that this is a stolen car, you are arrested. They don't ask you whether you are a musician or not before they track you. They are arresting people. Are you aware of that? Are you aware? I am sure if the owner of the yellow Lambo, who allegedly was shot and killed, was Bullet's family, he won't call this a witch hunt. Let's be serious. You see, Black Rasta, I don't look at face when it comes to Ghana. I look at Ghana first. It doesn't matter if you have trillions of fans. Me alone are more than super trillion. We will stand and fight for Ghana. How do you call this witch hunt? Are you serious? Have you heard the story? Or you just want to say it so that France will say, hey, so that after that, what? Let's be serious, my brother. Let's be serious. Iyoko has shown a lot of respect to Shatta Wale'S. They went and took the car. He said, oh, don't take it. You go. Me, myself, I'll drive it and come. He did. They went away. He took the car there. Oh, don't let anybody hear. I don't want my fans to hear it to, disturb them. And also some other artists in Nigeria and other places, if they hear that, they might tease me. Iyoko says, don't worry. My brother, my sister, till a couple of months later, when Shatta himself came out with the story. Iyoko came to my house, they did this, they did this. Iyoko never came out publicly to say that. So right now, if he himself has come to say that, and Iyoko has come to issue a formal report and is investigating it, you say it's witch hunt? When is Ghana going to prosper? Instead of calling this a witch hunt, let us push them to chase politicians like they are chasing Kenoforiata, who allegedly has run away with our money. Agrada is in jail. Is that witch hunt? Is that witch hunt? People are going to jail one after the other. If your favorite artist or your friend is involved in this, use common sense. It's good to go out there and support them and say that, well, the system must work, but you are here in solidarity and all that. But don't say free the person. You are undermining the same authorities that your taxes are being used to pay to work. You see, years later, people would see that what I'm saying makes sense. But right now, a lot of them are high on tramadol. Some are high on cocaine. Some are high, they are junkies. So they don't understand the sense we are making. They think that we are fighting some people. Years to come, maybe when we are not here anymore, people will play back this tape and say, you didn't cause the same papa. I say in America, a father can call police on his son. A mother can call the police and the authorities on her daughter because they've seen something suspicious. When are we going to start trusting our authorities? Dirty criminal Woon to me, thief like Woon to me, was arrested by Iyoko, and silly people went to sit down there that free Woon to me. What is that? When are we going to have peace? When are we going to have proper sanity in our country? Anybody who is arrested, the fans go out there and say, free the person. Even Woon to me has fans. Woon to me, he has fans. They went there. They want NPP people are arrested. NPP people go and sit down. Silly. Free this person. So when will the authorities work? How do you expect sanity in the system? You see, people like us will speak the hard truth because we are not scared of anybody. This is the hard truth. Tell me if what I'm saying doesn't make sense. Any idiot who is arrested, And I use idiot very carefully. Politicians who everybody knows are destroying our country. They are arrested. And all these guys go and sit down there. Free the person. Some are even doing yoga. They cross their legs and they are chanting. Chanting. How do they even chant? Because they want this person to be freed. Let's be serious. So, Bullet, with all respect, I know it is frustrating to make music and not make money. You are not the only person who is frustrated by that. I am frustrated too. A lot of musicians. Shatta himself is frustrated. There's no musician today in the world who is not frustrated that the music business has become something else. Everybody, Jay-Z and the rest. A lot of them have pulled down their music from social media and the rest of it in frustration. We are not the only people who are frustrated. When the law is beginning to work, let us support the law, but let us also support our persons. You can come and support Blakk RASTA if Iyoko invites me. But I will be unhappy with you if you start saying free Blakk RASTA. Why? Have they finished with the investigations? Unless it is so politically clear that these people are misbehaving. How do you know it's politically clear? There are no facts to the case. Everything is absurd, like they did in the days of Idi Amin and in some cases Rawlings and all that. You all know that this one there, Darby, is a political thing. Any which way, we want to thank the authorities for working, especially those who are working. Galamsey is still staring at us. Our own people are going there and taking money. Some Ghanaians don't understand that. Oh, say gold no dear, say one two say be say. My own two say I'm two I be say. I didn't know I'll be am pena ekwe ya dey no so I must say. You see, the mindset is so low and weak. Who to gold no we are? Ese assassino. Ese insuo no. Uni mumma. Mu be yare. Woo by heart. They don't see that. They are only thinking about the plates of food in their hand. If you think like that, no, you are not deserving to be called human. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushownamo, where we speak truth to power. Make sure that your comments come in. What do you think about some of these issues? It's not a monologue. In fact, it is a dialogue. I bring. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushownamo, where we speak truth to power. And we return, we got more. Hey! Hey! Whoa!
Blakk Pot, Coco Show, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushownamo. And here we speak truth to power. Remember, we are live, transmitting, streaming, live and colored from the boulders of Accra. This is the voice of the oracle. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushownamo. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. And we are ready for you, my brother. Story. All right, let's look at your comments first before we look at the stories. The last story. All right, so Gloria Basal, that's a beautiful name, said, love this game. It's actually not boring. It keeps you going. It gives you bonus. It took like 5 spins before I hit a bonus. Very blah, blah, blah. I don't think this message is meant for us. Mahami Abubakar says, Good evening, Blakk Rasta. I trust you're doing great. Please, Blakk, we are still crying and appealing to government for the curfew to be lifted. Damba started the day before yesterday, and last night, you couldn't believe this, that the police beat up the drummers after they left the palace for rehearsal. So can't we practice our culture again? May God continue to bless you and keep you safe. My brother, we can practice our culture, but we don't want to practice our culture and die practicing our culture. There's tension. And there's an agreement that let's hold it down for now. There were years Christmas was never really celebrated. When COVID came, we all saw how it was. We all had to move away. Did we say that, allow us to, practice our culture, COVID or no COVID, we want to go and dance damba, we want to go and do homo, we would die. Bear with the authorities. Let there be law and order. We have so many more years to dance damba. If we don't do it for 1 year, so that there will be peace amongst our brethren. Now the IGP has sent a lot of police people to the north because another bout of disturbances just started. Mahami, please, let's bear with the authorities. Let's put up the best behavior. And when they believe that we are now safe, they would allow us into empty spaces. All right? Okay. Jonathan Kumsin said, keep it up, bro. Jaziro Dickenzie says, applause to you, Blakk Rasta. You are here early. More. We are always supposed to start at 6, 6 o'clock. But sometimes because of technical issues, we start late. Yeah? So the best thing to do, hit on the subscription button and then also hit on the notification button. So that when we are on, bam, you are with us. Kamadi Nimoro says, Wayoy. Abdul Rashid said, Kukushonamo. Baraham Suleimana, all the way from Yendi, says, the rutical man on the airwaves. Jonathan Kumsin says, fire. Hussein Zacharias Charga. Charga is a ladder. Wow. It's a charga, it's a ladder. Hussein Zacharias Charga says, Blakk Rasta, you are my mentor. Keep the good work. We are all with you. Farouk Dech says, respect Blakk, more fire. Good evening, teacher. May Allah bless you. Raf Mifitu says, hey, Honorable Blakk Rasta, I am locked to the dial. More fireworks. My #1 African king. I salute you. I salute you back. Love and respect, my brother. Dwap Billions Bill says, Raymond Poetba, Bantam Bill. Raymond Poetba, Bantam Bill. Oh gosh, he's from Tungo. Patawa says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. Mahami Abubakar says, Blakk, I swear there's no tension in those areas. Nalergu and Wale and even Boku. Everywhere is calm. Blakk, can you believe that some of the politicians have started politicking about Boku issue again, which is so bad? That I agree with you. It's politicians who have made us into their puppets. Anytime they want us to fight, they have a way of making it. We have to defy them and unite no matter what. Benjamin Atom Owusu Dankwa says, Jennifer Opong, there's fire here. Ujawaha. And Nasara Bugri says, Papa, more fire. Tompo says, hi, my brother Blakk. I hope all is well by grace. Yes. And Dwap Billions Bill is calling Bernard Boise. Yes, Bernard Boise to come and watch what is happening. Raymond Poet Babantam Bill says, Dwap Billions Bill, I am on now. Thank you for joining us. And Dwap Billions Bill says, Raymond Poet Babantam Bill, one love and respect. All right? Okay. Now, one pyramid says, Baumia and his wife will now learn the hard way. Simon Opoku says, good work, Blakk Rasta. Alasan Tairu says, Blakk Rasta, you are saying good things about Kennedy Japan, but we are told he was awarded a lot of government contracts, both under the two ex-presidents, Kufuor and Akufo-Addo, and that is the genesis of his wealth. Okay, you are not wrong. I know that Kennedy Japan came out one time, was so angry that contracts were not coming to him. His wife was getting more contracts than him, and he had spent a lot of money to sponsor the party. Every businessman, Better still, let me be very humble with that. Most businessmen are selfish. That's why I don't know how to do business. My father was a businessman, and I saw what he went through. Coming from the north, he will carry so much gifts. But they were not all in all gifts like that. They were to say thank you for some gifts that he got, contracts and other things. And I remember he used to pray for me. He would say, all this suffering that I'm going through, some of these people, they get the gifts and they don't even reciprocate. I pray that the blessing comes on you. I think the blessing has come on me. I don't expect any gift from anybody, but I give gifts. And when I give gifts, I do not wait to see the people reciprocate. I forget immediately. But in the case of my father, may he rest in perfect peace. He was a businessman. He will bring you the gift and some other things, either to say thank you for a contract you gave, or hoping that when the chance opened, you will give him a contract. So the gift, hoping that something good will come from your side. I honestly don't see those things as gifts. What do you think? I give you so that it do, are you too, you go give me. Is it a gift or an investment? That's what Kennedy Agyapong is doing. But the good thing about him is, all the contracts that he gets, he spends a lot of the money giving back to his party. If you are asking me whether I support that or not, I will ask a big question. Procurement. How do they do it? Are they giving him the contracts because of his party cards? Then I am against it. And a lot of these politicians, that's what they do. But Kennedy will tell you, he was rich before he entered politics. And that's true. Maybe he got richer using his political ties. Yeah? Okay. So, Alas Antairu says, Black Rasta, I stand to be corrected. Kennedy Agyapong made his wealth through government contracts. You can do your own checks. According to him, he said, he made his money before he even entered into politics. I'm sure you've heard all those. Maybe politics money also pushed him up. But it's up to them. What the Adam says, salute Black Rasta, thanks for the good work by educating Ghanaians. Ghana shall rise and work again, inshallah. And he continues, but I do have a problem with the NPP. Since when did wealth equate good leadership? Kwame Nkrumah was a poor man, but very rich in ideas. He was credible. He had integrity and competence. My brother, these days, confidence doesn't win election. Competence. These days, integrity never wins elections. Or else, that PNC man, what's his name? Mahama, Dr. Mahama, should have been president long ago. The Mampusi man, Edward Mahama, full of good ideas. He would convince you. But today he's giving up on politics. It's money that wins elections and tribalism in Ghana. My brother, tribalism. Yesterday we talked about it. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it again. The Airways want to vote for their Airway brother. The Northerners want to vote for their Northern brother. The Akans want to vote for their Akan brothers and sisters. Competence is not a factor anymore. Competence has been thrown out. Diligence thrown out. It's unfortunate. In the days of Nkrumah, that worked. In the days of Nkrumah, that worked. Bitter Bless GH says, I want to take this opportunity to thank you all. I can see a change in subscriptions, likes, and views. Please, let's continue to share this platform so the whole world could see. May you all be blessed. Thank you so much, Bitter Bless. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, do. If you have a girlfriend, if you have a daughter, a son who hasn't subscribed yet, please let them do. Here we speak truth to power. In the next few months, you're going to see a strong change in our country in the name of patriotism. Matthew Mensah says, Ken was a rich man before joining NPP. So you hear? Okay? Where are those ministers? They awarded Kennedy Agyapong contracts. Well, I think he's trying to say that, where are the ministers? Who got rich through politics? But Kennedy made his money long before he even joined the NPP. James Adeji says, good, God bless you, my mentor of broadcasting, watching you live from Reddington Beach Resort, Anguloga, Volta region. Wow, Reddington. I thought this was somewhere in England. But I was in Anguloga a few weeks ago. And we went there to talk about, Fort Prinsenstein. Watch out for that documentary soon, yeah? All right. So Bitter Bless GH says, Rough and Smooth had the biggest tune in Ghana in the day, Swagger. That's correct. Abdurrahman Kojo says, Blakk, it's like you are polishing Kennedy these days. And I'm asking myself what has changed. Because you used to criticize him a lot. I want to know what has changed. My brother. So that's Blakk Rasta for you. You could be somebody that I criticize heavily. When you do something positive, I will be the first person to come and say, hey! Unlike some of us, hey, once I am seen as your enemy or your rival, no matter whatever you do, I'm not like that. Kennedy is the only person preaching that his parties should unite. He's even saying that the primaries should be shelved for a later date. 2 days ago, I was talking about Kennedy. He had said something that I did not agree with. But we must all get to know. Yesterday, we were talking about Bawumia. He did some positive things. I'm a critic of Bawumia. I would not even say a critic of Bawumia. I'm a critic of his activities. But you should know me by now. If you do something good, and I think it's good, I will come and put it out. If it's bad, I will put it out. I'm not a robot. Once I have criticized you once, then I have to criticize you forever. And the Dusty says the NPP party is dead. I agree with you. Abugri Shadrach says, good evening, Blakk. But who asked that question? A few years ago, I was on the NPP and supporting Nana Akufo-Addo. Do you remember? Supporting him heavily. Ghana beyond 8, Africa beyond 8. Hey! I was a champion supporting Nana Addo. Those of you who followed me from those days, xylophone, Kufuor, I supported Kufuor. But after Nana Akufo-Addo started misbehaving, what happened? What happened? Anyway, so Anidosti says the NPP is dead, and Abugri Shadrach says, good evening, Blakk. You are the man of the people, by the people and for the people. May God guide you through the journey of patriotism, and may we achieve the desired outcome afterwards. Our country or nothing. That's the new slogan. When you meet your brother, you say, our country, and he says, or nothing. If it's French you speak, notre pays ou rien. Our country or nothing. If you can chant this to yourself, and next time you're going to take a bribe to bring your country down, or do galamsey, or take tramadol or red, you will think about Ghana. James Brown says, why move fire. God day your back. Thank you. Nino Brown says, Ahmed Swale's ghost will let him lose the flag bearership race again. Kennedy Agyapong or whatever. Yes, my brother. I understand what you're saying. Ahmed Swale was a brother. Anas is a brother. Kennedy, we have spoken about this, and anytime I talk about this, I get into my elements. And you all know that. How passionate I am about this issue. But my brother, when it comes to Bawumia, I better go for Kennedy Agyapong. That's it. If there was no Bawumia there, then it would have been a different story. I don't want Bawumia to get anywhere near power. He has disappointed Ghanaians. 8 years in power. Arrogance, lies. They used him. And he was also following them. Joro Jara Joro. Go and do this Joro Jara Joro. He was just going like a zombie. Now that they have finished using him, look at how they are treating him. I told him this years back. But this guy will not hear. If a child is moving towards fire, say, hey, stop that. Come here, this thing will burn you. And go away. When the child keeps going there, let them have a little feel of the romance that they can get from the fire. A little feel. Just a little tap. Tap. Ah, next time. They will learn. And I'm speaking metaphorically. Please. Don't go and say somewhere Blakk RASTA is a child abuser. He will let his child go and touch fire. Metaphorically. What you say? Proverbially. Tom Paul says, Ebenezer Mafu says, in your small head dreams. So this is a Kennedy Agyapong fan. Tom Paul says, Brian Achiampa was a military man in the US before he came to Nana Addo's government in 2016. How did he become a millionaire overnight? I mean, just in years in the NPP government. Did he win lottery in the government? Please, my brother. Tom Paul, where are you? Show me. I want to come and take you out so we can go and eat something. It looks like all Ghanaian politicians have a secret to winning some lotteries. All Ghanaian politicians have a way of winning some lotteries. My brother, my sister. They never win lottery until they join politics. Who person will deal lotto? Also, unimade obeye. Konakoye politics. Single 270. Ubedi says here. Mark Romeo Forey says, respect Professor Blakk. Kingdom first. Hallelujah. He's laughing. K. Mandem Mugi says, Ebenezer Mafu, wait and see how it will be buried. Oseprempe the second said, radical patriot. I like that. Woyoy! He adds. Ebenezer Mafu says the same was said about NDC back in 2016. But here we are now. You never know. I criticized Mahama. Do you all remember? Heavy critique. Today, look at what he's doing. So we are always for the people. You know that. Tom Paul says, well, my brother Blakk, as I always say that, I don't want a liar to become my president. Neither a person who can insult our mothers and sisters with their private parts. None of them can be president. I still stand on my word. That's my personal opinion. Thanks. I agree with you. Trump, Obama said it, that he was not he didn't even say presidential material. He said he was not an office material. He was not fit for office. Trump, I never wanted Trump to be president. I still don't want to believe that he's been president twice. Yes, he was impeached. This man can get angry and go and press and bomb everybody. He's like a psychopath. Unso Vincent says, Blakk RASTA, I follow you religiously. Thank you for your good work. Sangmene Robert says, Wayoy. Sedu Isaka says, greetings from Tokyo. Moshe Moshe. respect, and love. Peter Bless says, may Allah continue to bless you for the good work done, Godfather. Strength and wealth should locate you every year. And I want you to know, my nephew and niece, love your tune. Racists in uniform. So much. Me too have made songs, so. Here Abonyum Papa. He just reminded me of racists in uniform. I don't even remember how the melody goes. You know, we did it for, you know, our brothers who were shot and killed in America by racist white soldiers and police. You remember that tune, right? There's a video on YouTube. Oh, Jesus. I thank you for the talent. Not many people will see it as talent. As long as you are not their friend. Abdul Rahman Kojo says, Blakk. It's like we are polishing Kennedy Japan. Okay, we read that. Alasan Tahiru says, Blakk, in fact, the system needs lifestyle audit. We have petitioned Parliament and the executive arm of government to consider enacting lifestyle audit law to sanitize the system. I agree with you. Julia says, Kennedy Japan is only quiet because he wants power. Give him that power and see. I like that. I ask for your comments, and that's it. So you see, different ideas are coming to me. Peter Bless GA says, family, you people should know that when it comes to speaking truth to power, Blakk Rasta doesn't care. Even if you bought him a car before, he will tell it right in front of you. So please cut the friendship. I like that. Cut the friendship. My the brethren that I work with here, you know, when we first met, they will go and ride carelessly in town. Police will arrest them, and they will call me, Blakk. There's a policeman here. I want you to speak with him. You send me, say, I'll go buy the thing. Come, no. He just arrest me. He say, he just arrest you. Say what? Say, he say, my light, no, they work. Your light, no, they work. Oh, your light, no. You know they work. Just be this evening go off. Say, okay. So let me talk to the policeman. Give to the police. And he's standing there hopeful. My boss is going to talk to the police. Police, hey, Charlie, thanks for the good work done. Please, make sure you don't take anything from him. Push him to the hardest limit. Let him suffer next time. I think he will fix it. And the policeman will look at the phone and say, we say, boss, no. Say, boss, no. He say, my catch up. Boss, Blakk Rasta. Say, I'm station. That's how my father trained me, my brother. That's not wickedness. But if he had told me, I was just riding, and he stopped me and said that my light was not working, but I proved to him that it was working, but he was still demanding money from me, we will go all the way to the end of the world to get justice for him. Let's be law-abiding. Sometimes I fall in trouble. The police will come to me and say, oh, you just jumped the red light. I say, yeah, right there. I didn't see the light, honestly. I'm running late for my radio show. What do I do, officer? What's the punishment? He said, I know you, Blakk Rasta. Go. Sometimes when I'm driving off, I feel bad. Because I don't want this policeman to go and tell his children in the house when I come on TV. Oh, now no michino. Crossing red light. And now, until a good guy until manu koe. That be. I understand that they love me, but I have to be law-abiding. We get it? Okay. So Peter Bless's family. He said we should all cut the friendship. And then Wahab Mumuni says the man of wisdom. Love and respect. Okay? All right. At last. We have one more story. We're going to be fixing our phone lines from next week so that you can call us as well. We're going to be unleashing more programs on you. Hey, you're going to love us the more. Hey, story number 3. Watch this. The joke of corruption. Controller and Accountant General's Department. Now, the boss of the Controller and Accountant General's Department is a man who is called Mr. Kwesi J. He has over 20 years of experience as a chartered accountant. Over 20 years. He comes all the way from the Bono Ahafo region, as I've always known it. A small town they call Jima. That's him. I've met him a couple of times. He looks like a very serious man. But you know who put him in office? Graphic tells us a short story. Watch this. This graphic online. Can you see the date? April 16, 2024. Who was in power? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And the story was written by Chris Nuno. It says, a chartered accountant and a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Ghana, Kwesi J, has been appointed as the new acting controller and accountant general by President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And this is his story. Mr. Kwesi J officially assumed office on Monday, April 15, and the next day this was published. 2024, bringing over 20 years of experience in the public sector. He previously served as deputy controller and accountant general in charge of treasury, holding degrees in accounting and finance, economics, and an MBA. He has also served on various boards and held key positions in different organizations. This is Mr. Kwesi J. When Mahama came into office, some boys went there from the NDC. Remember, NDC boys were going, removing people from left, right, and center. Hey, our party has come into power. And they went to his office as well. So I got wind of the thing, and I decided to go to controller. I went there, and I asked to meet with this man, Kwesi J. And I'm sure when they mentioned that, oh, there's a gentleman called here called Blakk RASTA who has come to see you, I'm sure his heart started pumping because so many people see me as a nuisance. But I'm just a patriot. So I went to him, and he received me nicely. We sat down, and I asked him a few questions. I hear people were here, and they wanted you out. He said, oh, yes, just a handful of people. They mistook me for somebody else who they said was an NPP member. But I am non-political. I didn't come here because of politics. Even though I was put here in the NPP era, I rose through the ranks. That's why I'm here. I'm not a politician. And I asked him some other deep questions. And he gained some kind of empathy from me. He said, Blakk, if a new government comes into power and we are going around kicking out civil servants who are not politicians and have never smelled politics, where would the country go? Nanado put me here, but I went to school to study. Am I competent or not? I said, we shall see. The president just came into power. So we shall see whether you are competent or not. But the little I've read about you, I want to take time and read that. He wanted to talk more, but I told him no. And I decided to leave. And when I left, I moved from one office to the other without him knowing, to ask about him. Nobody had anything negative to tell about this man. To God be the glory. Then I went out and spoke with the cleaners, the gatekeepers, and all those people. Normally, they are the people who bear the brunt of the so-called big men. They are those I get my information from. And when I asked about him, not one soul. said, well, the information I was getting was that he was in bed with the past government. If I'm speaking with all these people belonging to so many different political parties and nobody had anything bad to say, let me go home and rest. 1 week later, I'll come again and cross the T's and dot the I's. Up till now, the man is in office. It means that Mahama has seen something positive in him. Because if I tell you how much fight I heard happen there, till the boys were told that, oh, this is not the person you are looking for. And they all went away and never came back. You will shudder. But let me tell you something. All of a sudden, there's a certain joke happening in the office of the Controller and Accountant General. Run it. Watch this. Finance Ministry interdicts Controller and Accountant General's department staff over alleged payroll fraud. Run it. And this yesterday. Now the Minister of Finance has interdicted a staff member of the Controller and Accountant General's department over allegations of payroll fraud. Now the officer is accused of deliberately removing a teacher from a government payroll after she refused to pay him bribe. Clear it out. Dash it. My brother, when I heard the story, I cringed. I was mad and angry. Certain workers in this department, they have a way of removing people from the payroll. Or when people mistakenly, and I am very, very angry when I say mistakenly, because I'm told it happens every now and then. People work so hard, they're supposed to get their salaries, then their names are out of the payroll for so many months, sometimes even running into years. What should they eat? Should they go and do galamsey? My mother was a teacher all her life. My brother, 5 days to pay day. I remember how my mother would be asking, the PVs, have they come? PVs, have they come? I can't PVs in now. I can't crash, I can't PVs in now. And I used to wonder what PVs were. What is this PVs? My mother, every day PVs. When I was growing, I came to know that PV means pay voucher. My mother lived on salary, honestly, till she died. If there's anywhere called the right-hand side of God, she is sitting there. I cannot imagine how my mother would have fared if a salary didn't come for even 6 months. Meanwhile, there are teachers today who have some idiots at the Controller and Accountant General's office. They remove their names. When they remove their names, you know what happens? Or people mistakenly have their names out. There are some people that they can direct you to and say, talk to this guy who will fix you. It's like creating a virus and asking people to buy an antivirus that you yourself have created. They remove you so that when you call to complain, somebody will tell you, oh, call this person, he will help you. Because their numbers are available. When you realize that your name is out, you will call controller. Controller, my name is out. Oh, call this person. Then they give the number. You know what the person does? He will ask you, how many months has it been out? So, I've not been paid for like 3 months. Okay, I will get it done for you. I will get it done. This month ending, you will receive all the salaries. The 4 months, each one of them, you will give me 40%. So if you are being paid 1,000 cedis, you will keep 600 and give me 400 cedis. Times the number of months that you have not been paid. See how wicked people are. Controller and Accountant General's department. The boss, he He's a man who has the experience. How come the people were not able to trace this? Now it came out. The first time I heard about it, I think it was Kwame Tikesi. Is it Kwame Tikesi? Yes, Kwame Tikesi. It was on a show that I heard that in a recording. Now, the Ministry of Finance has taken action. I would be glad if they can give us the results of the investigation. Why should one person go? Is it not a clique? Did the one person act alone? What is the name of this one person? Why are you shielding this one person? Today I called the Controller and Accountant General's Office department and I asked Kwesi J to give me more information. He promised to get back to me. We shall get to the bottom of this. We have wicked people. Somebody is in the village as a teacher. Her pay is 800 Ghana cedis. You take care of the payroll for 7 months. The village there, phones are not even working. How to even reach the controller is difficult. She travels all the way to Accra to beg. She borrowed money to come. Oh, go and see this person. Oh, I can do it for you. Your salary will come this month. No. And when it comes, I need this, I need this, I need this. And sadly, those people who do that, when the salary comes and you don't pay, they call you and say, hey, one just cannot. Next month, you haven't paid. Next month, your name will vanish again. And true to their words, their names will be removed again. These are the people I want to be tied to the firing squad in the days of Rawlings and shot through their heads and be buried in very shallow, unmarked graves. They are animals. How did the investigation go? I will speak with the Ministry of Finance. Yes. What was the investigation like? Why is the name of this guy hidden? Put out his face in a daily graphic. Let everybody see the thief, the criminal. If he was a musician, this idiot, and had made name, his fans will come and say, free him. Free him, he's witch hunting. Free him. Oh, there are politicians who are stealing. They know they chase them. This small money we go take to, they say they sack out. Free him. Make it go. Sir. Meanwhile, this person talking, he wants to go to America because Ghana had. He wants to go to England. England had. You can't take this behavior to England. You can't take this dirty behavior to America. You'll be seen like an animal that got released from the zoo right now. It's a black pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. I'm just looking at the studio clock. We have done more than 1.5 hours. Oh my God. I apologize. All right. Let's take your final comments. And we'll be saying bye-bye to you. Julia says, can the media criticize Kennedy Agyapong as a president? Oh, yes, that I can tell you. What did Itanado do? They were arresting, even Rawlings, when he was arresting people, shooting people all over the place, people were still talking. There was a culture of silence. People like Edu Boyne and the rest, they came out to defy that, and even Hillary, man. Bonnie Emmanuel says you should arrest the politicians first. If there were enough jobs, people wouldn't spend so much wouldn't spend so much time scamming others. Oh, Bosso. Bonnie, please. 2 wrongs don't make a right. They are not jobs. That is why we have to demonstrate. We have to go to their offices, make noise, block the roads. They will give us jobs. Let's give it to them. Don't let us go and scam innocent people. They are also suffering. No. Now Bitter Blessed GH says, I am feeling the energy of Black Rasta. Preach the truth to power. Danny Poku says, some people are high on tramadol. They are tramadolians. You can call them that. Some are high on red. They are radians. I really appreciate your honest analysis and the hard truth, more fire. Reggie Ni Okai says, Pule's comment was careless and lame. I agree with you. Bonnie Emmanuel says, go and extradite Ken Oforiatta and we talk about morals. Oh, Bonnie. Now, Bonnie, you are the same person talking about we will scam the people if we don't get job. I don't know how old you are, but ubenyina betu. The money that you are scamming, when somebody scams you of your scammed money, when thief man thieves thief man, when thief man thieves thief man, God laughs. Bitter Blessed GH says, please let all of us hit the like button, subscribe, and share this page. Let's support the truth to power. I agree with you. Bonnie, I would like to meet you too. Just call our number. I would like to sit with you and talk to you one-on-one. The tangent you're going is tit for tat. It won't help us. Okay? More comments. More comments. Send them to YouTube, via YouTube, and via Facebook. Emmanuel Dogbe says, hey, please talk about fire service, prison service, and immigration service. They are not getting their rent allowance. Oh, Jesus. Why? When there's a fire, you are calling fire service. When they run, they do the work. Sometimes they even die. Prison officers, and you are not paying them their rent allowance. Please, we beg you, if this is true, deal with that. Please. I've never heard politicians not paid. Pay them, we beg you. Okay? Grant George says, my man, you are too much. God bless you. Thank you. Kojo Wanful says, more blessing. And Kwame Sapon says, well said, Kennedy. Tairu Alasan says, Black Rasta, Kennedy or Bawumia, none of them is fit to be president of Ghana because both of them stink. I think it's a fair comment. Thank you for that comment. James Martin says, good job, Black Rasta, be blessed. Kakra says, respect Black Rasta. But Tairu, we're not really, or anyway, you've made a comment. We really were talking about the primaries, the NPP primaries. For Bawumia to win, he should rather go to Kennedy. That's my opinion. What's your opinion? Kakra says, respect Black Rasta. Benjamin Achu says, word. Billy Graham Donko says, do. Okay, I think the words are mumbo jumbo. But he's saying that Kennedy Agyapong, something about Ghana. Can Kennedy Agyapong handle Ghana if given to him? He's asking a question. All right. Julia says, can the media criticize Kennedy Agyapong as a president? Well, I think we read it earlier. James Adeji says, I don't know anything about called patriotism until I began to follow you in your days at Xylophone, to Pan-African TV, and now Media General. I salute you. Hussein Yusuf Yaru, he lives in Atlanta. Oh my God. And he says, I think Bullet drank a gallon full of kerosene. Birds of the same feathers flock together. I can confidently say that about 95% of musicians in the world do not make money only by doing music. Shut up. Reggie says, the man has just wasted bullets. No aim. He's talking about Hussein Yusuf Yaru. Keyboard Walasi says Blakk. Keyboard Walasi. Julia says Kennedy Agyapong will do 10 times what Akufo-Addo did to Ghanaians. And he will be an autocratic leader. We don't want him. James Adeji says it's Blackport, where we speak truth to power. Anthony Obing says, Julia, why Kennedy? Why Kennedy? Why? Pa Kwesi Akwa says Blakk Rasta, run the rhythm, boy. All right. More comments coming in. Kwame Sapon Ofori says, Dansuman, watching you now. I have followed you since 2010. Keep being truthful till the end of time. I pray you visit GCB Bank one day so that I can open an account for you and serve you well. I love. Interestingly, I just went to open an account at the Laboni branch only yesterday because we are doing Kuchoko in the ghetto. We're going to Fadama, we're going to Nima, we're going to Kasua, and we are also going to Ashaiman. So, we're trying to get people to support it so we can come and talk about red, drug abuse, Galamsey. And I met a gentleman there called Dennis. Yeah? Say hi to Dennis for me. Good afternoon to Lugu and to your boss, the director himself, Farihan Dandawa. Love and respect. Okay? Abanga Abdullah says, good evening, Biale. In fact, my phone developed a problem, and for this reason, I was offline. But now I am back with more of him. Woyoy, come here! I love your song titled Robert Mugabe. Run the rhythm. Eager to see Mugabe. I'm eager to see Mugabe. Robert Mugabe from Zimbabwe. I love it. And Fatima too. Fatima, oh Fatima. Fatima, oh Fatima, Fatima. I know what you're talking about. Yeah? Thank you so much. Much love to you. Abdul Basit Joshua says, watching you live in Northeast region. Thank you. We appreciate you. Ahiagbere Sairam. I know this name. You are the prophet of patriotism, and you are the prophetess of patriotism. Samuel Kwesi says, all of them can never be president. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. K. Mensa says, hidden wealth. Let's see his 10-year tax returns. Whee! Hey. K. Mensa, I would like to meet you under the herbal tree so we can reason. What? Did you hear the punchline? Let's see the tax returns. You know when Shatta was talking about his wealth, I was one of the first people who said, let's see the tax you are paying on this. The income tax. Yao Adobo says, good evening, my teacher. Keep it up. Abubakar Idrisu says, be fair to Baomia. The hatred and the insults are below the belt. Are you saying Mahama and Ken never lied? They did. But somebody was crowned the king of lies. Serkin Karia. I know what he's saying. I understand you, Abubakar Idrisu. Kofi Azuma says, greeting to my brother Blakk Rasta this blessed Tuesday. How are you doing, my brother? I'm doing good. And Tom Poe says, my brother Blakk, there is no prophet in Ghana. Trust me. That's my personal opinion. Okay? Nino Brown says, Bullet is sick in the head. Say no to criminal activities in Ghana. Wajina, the captain, is watching. Okay? Ben Hardy says, they are stealing and nobody catch them. And you are talking too much. Okay? Brain Hardy, I hear you. Luckily, I'm about to end. Okay? Felix Kwabla Fiabu says, good evening, Blakk Rasta. Thanks for the good job that you are doing for this country. Shatta Wale'S should have said the truth and be free from Bakwe in the whole West District. Nino Brown says, it makes a lot of sense, wallahi. Ben Hardy said, look, our roads in Ghana and our schools. You don't talk about that. Nino, Brain Hardy, have you just joined us? Are you a newcomer in the class? I don't talk about the roads in Ghana. I don't talk about the schools in Ghana. Are you sure? Please go back and check it. Yeah? Iyaba Abu Akumbio Joseph says, good evening, Blakk Rasta, the voice of the lion, Muwa Fire, my African teacher. Okay? And Nino Brown says, Nyame orenge, Nyame orenge. Okay, he's trying to teach me how to chant, the Buddhist yoga, whatever, chants. All right, with all respect, that is the meditation of the Buddhists, I think. Joseph Welder Ago says, wisdom, wisdom. May God bless you. All true. Haruna Ibrahim says, good evening, Black Rasta. The corruption is in our DNA. No patriotism. Sangmane Robert says, why Hamidu Sule says, salam alaikum, Black Rasta. Watching you live from Afienya, Jerusalem. More fire. Hamidu Sule, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you and we love you. Okay? Brain Hardy says, corruption in Ghana. You hear $5 billion. Next time, 10 billion. But still, our roads are poor. And you can't talk about that. Again, Brain Hardy, please check it out. You're talking to Black Rasta. These are the things I love to talk about. Corruption and all that. I'm sure you just joined us. Take your time, follow the story, and you will know that nobody talks about those things more than Black Rasta. Yeah? Okay. Tom Paul says, my brother Blakk, I love the way you strongly talk truth to power without fear. Thank you. Simon Ate Ashe says, watching you live from Somenya, the Krobo land. Hey, I love the Krobos. Sweet Krobo. The truth would always overshadow the lies. Likewise, light to the darkness. Anas, says South Africa. Love and respect. Brenadi says, you know how people suffering on the streets? You are not a hustler. Don't know how you survive and pass through sea and come to Europe because of our corrupt government. I don't know who is addressing this to. If it is me, Renardi, if I tell you what I've been through, you will not survive it. This is a Zongo boy standing in front of you, not a counterfeit, original Zongo boy. Anyway, I'll leave it here. Blakk says we need to start rallying for a national plan for everything. Roads, infrastructure, citizens, development, and everything that comes with building a nation. This nation needs an awakening call. Respect me, brother. Blakk, respect. He lives in America. He's one of us here, also fighting and looking for a Ghana that we truly need. Thank you so much, Blakk. Love and respect. Don't post says, my brother Blakk. Gift for gift leads to corruption. My brother Blakk. Don't waste time about that. Gift to gift is corruption. That's what he's saying. Collins Sokuda says, good evening, Blakk. I love you bad. And he says, I wish everyone were like you. Ghana would have been better. Thank you. Musa Amadou Bari says, may Allah always be with you. Big bro, Asafwache, Ayikushi. I like that. He says, real teacher. Respect my youth. Guidance and protection. Blakk, I haven't heard about you in a long while. He's here. He says, Ghana needs someone who is not too westernized in solving our African problems. Punchline. Good one. We need a president that sees the nation's growth not in GDP, but in human resource. Kaya Jeme. I don't care. Ken is all right, but he should stop saying Ghana is the center of the world because it's not true. Britain put the 0-degree longitude in London because that was their starting point on their voyage. Also advise Ken, it's better we build a launching pad to space and host and charge other nations to go into space than building hotels in the sea. Wow. So you see that the Rasta man has wisdom? Listen to what the Rasta man is saying. Hey! Salute, Blakk. Love and respect. Yeah? All right? Love and respect, Blakk. And then, because it's easier and faster to travel to space, closer from the equator. Okay. That's part of what Blakk wrote. Benazu, he says, tell me more. Okay. Muhammad Adam says, done. Ralph Mefito says, without criticism, the writing would never be done. Thank you. Benjamin Ofosu says, good evening, Blakk. Good evening. How are you doing? Okay. It's been a mouthful. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you and I apologize. I think this is the longest we have had since we started this journey. Almost 2 hours of engaging you. I want to believe that it's been insightful. Continue to spread the word. The channel is the Blakk Empire Media. Click on the like, hit on the subscribe button, and also hit hard on the notification button so that we come. We are going to be coming out with our TV station and radio station pretty soon. This year, latest by next year, you will see things happening. And it's all because of your support. We appreciate you and love you. In the interim, take our numbers and do business with us so that we can grow just as we are seen growing now. God bless you. Ghana shall prosper. I love and appreciate you. Hey ya! Wayo! Wayo!